But I've got to welcome... Only joking. No. The girls, please. Welcome to Melbourne. Welcome to my house. Welcome to Australia. 5.
Hello. Nice to meet you, Molly.
Hello, brother. Yeah.
Real handshake. There you go.
Now, listen, this is very impressive, the fact that it has been, I guess, so quick.
Yeah, very.
So tell us the story.
Basically...
Who's so upset because on the cue cards, his name has been misspelled.
J-A-Y, and it's just the J, you know what I mean? We were going to walk out, but we're professionals. We've been in the game nearly a year now, so we stayed.
All right.
No, basically, to shorten it all down, there was like... various adverts put out sort of for auditions held up and down the United Kingdom. 3,000 people turned up. That got taken down to 13 people. At the final thing, us 5 sort of met, got talking, asked if we could put ourselves into a group because the management were putting people in different groups, seeing how they work together.
Sure.
They kept saying no, thinking we'd fall on our face and put ourselves out of the running, but we moaned for about an hour. They said go on then. We performed together as the 5 of us, got off the 6 album deal with RCA on the day.
Which was a bit of a
shock. It was like, and that's how it's gone from there. We moved in, that was in sort of March 97.
Here we are. And it's all been
May
so
the 10th,
fast.
97, we moved into our first house together. May the 11th, 97, the next day we flew to Sweden. We called our first single and that was it.
So how did you all get together? When you finally, they said, right, you're the 5, how did you get together as a unit, you know?
It was basically because we moved in the house.
Yeah, they asked us if we wanted to move in together.
And they said, and it was like 2 weeks after we'd been picked, we were moved into the house. And that was basically it, save not living together, working together, and then when we go out on tour, being together, and, it gave us a chance to iron out differences between, in personalities and to bond in that house when it was, the very early days when there was no, it was just dancing and there was no me.
Well, I mean, Sean was saying about Leeds, I mean, like, there is also not just a diverse social system there, but, I mean, musically, there is also a big difference between the whole lot of you, you know?
Yeah,
of influences that happen in each of those cities, that you know?
I think that's what, sorry Jay, that's what sort of brings the band, it's different sort of angles and stuff like that, do you know what I mean? Because we're all different, we've all got different backgrounds.
Gives it more depth
to the band.
And we all wanted to do different things, like, whereas I will want to do a solo career after 5, where Joe want to do producing and stuff like that. And
that's not saying that 5's going to be ending soon, though.
But so basically we all want to do different things, and that's what helps 5, get different music, different stuff,
Listen, I've got this producer over here, Lou. Say hello to Lou. I know. And he's waving this thing like that, which means that we have to go to this track by 5, and it's simply called
When the Lights Go Out.
Baby, when the lights go out.
Okay, there it is, When the Lights Go Out by 5 now. It wasn't bad.
That wasn't alright. Wasn't too bad, that track.
It was quite good.
The chat or the video?
Well, both, but I mean the video.
They were all quite good, and
you're a talented bunch of geezers.
Spiky Head one was
just that attitude, you know what I mean?
All right, now listen.
Not too sure about that guy Molly, though. I mean,
he's a bit sus, I know. All right, now let's get back to the charts in England, because we're about to have a look at the US charts. But the charts in England can be very diverse, very quick. They go up and down and around, etc., etc. I thought it was a very bold move for a group like yourselves to release, product within the World Cup situation in Europe, because, I mean, like, it's frantic, I mean, even with the FA Cup, then if it's Manchester and it's Chelsea, then both records are going to go up the charts, Tell us about that situation, because you're right in the middle of that, It's just finished, but...
We were we were really happy with how it went. Obviously, we released this the single, which is the next single over here, called "Got the Feeling,"
which went to number 3.
Which went to number 3, and then
selling, mate. I had 132,000 copies in the first week.
Which is actually outsells like everyone you can think of. Backstreet Boys, Boyzone, Spice Girls. That's outsells in the first week sales. That outsells everyone. That's a fact. And we were like, it should have been number 1. Do you know what I mean? Because there's been tracks recently that have been going to number 1 and like selling 40,000.
Yeah.
And so we were like, but, it's World Cup.
With your management, who basically thought and created the Spice Girls,
that's right.
What advice do they give you to handle it? And as I say, we're going to go to the US charts in a moment, and the Spice Girls broke through that barrier as well. How does your management tell you to handle this? Because the next step has to be America,
With things like that, it's like everything. we handle it ourselves. Do you know what I mean?
Keep your feet on the ground.
That goes with everything that we do, really.
Sure. There was an article in one of the newspapers in England saying that I was seeing one of the girls from the band Steps. Do you know the band Steps? 5, 6, 7, isn't it? And it's like...
In fact, I'm still trying to work out, did they go to Sweden and learn that look of ABBA, you know? Maybe she's looking at you.
Well,
maybe.
You know, it was totally untrue, and so it's, you know, you just think, well, and it's going to happen.
Yeah, you wonder why, you know, media want to pick on you and stuff, but it's only just because once you get big media, you're going to start saying things. But
your producer's out here again.
Okay, we'll go to the US chart, and we'll ask how you boys actually attack the American market, and will you go to America very soon, all right?
Did you know that we're actually number 15 on the American Billboard?
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, thanks, Molly.
Okay, there it was, the US charts for this week, the top 5. Now, if you go 10 down from the top 5, who was on the charts?
Yours truly.
That would have been us,
With a track called...
Well, actually, I haven't seen the Billboard charts this week, and it's happened that quick.
Well, it's just, I mean, we jumped sort of from 40, I think we were at 44 one week, and then the next week we were sort of 29, and then we went from 29 to 15, so...
No, actually, correction, sorry, Jay, 29, 19, 15.
Well, I stand corrected.
No.
We jumped
because the hardest thing in the world, I mean, is to get into the top 100, then to travel along into the 50, then the 50 to the 25... So you've broken that barrier. How come that's happened so quickly? Have you been to America?
We were in America about a week and a half ago, actually.
Yeah. Done like 2.5 weeks out there, just like done a lot of performing and stuff like that. That all went quite well, and I think a lot of it to do was because we was out there. That's why we had such a high jump. But we've still got a bullet, which is good apparently.
If you've got a bullet,
bullet means a lot. Believe me.
Bullet means I'm
sure.
So,
well, shoot him if we don't get in the top 10.
Now, Prince. Now, have you ever? I mean. Been to see Prince?
I have to say, I used to be quite a big... I used to like the film Purple Rain.
I think you'll find his name's actually the artist now.
Yeah. The artist?
The artist.
Symbol.
Just the artist.
Or just anything you like. I mean, actually, I call him Lovey. Or the love symbol, or whatever you like.
Well,
there you go. So,
you want to call him?
Here is Prince from the album New Power Soul, and there it is right now. And it's simply called...
The One.
The One.
If you're looking for the man
to do love him or the artist or whatever it may be. I've known him for a long, long time, so I can call him Prince.
Him well.
We used to go around with that.
We used to hang around as well.
We used to hang around the streets before he got famous and I got famous. You know what I mean?
You know, we know all the pop stars. You know what I mean? Got mobile numbers.
Jackson,
speak to them all the time.
Jackson's my man. I know Jacko.
I keep expecting mummies to wander past the window, actually, so I'm keeping...
They will, and they'll pop out of the closet in a moment if you don't shut up. Now, can I ask you one question? Just those drawers there, or whatever, you know?
Fair enough.
If you hear a knock, just get out of the house.
Something to say. Sure.
Leave Molly to it. Come on.
Go on, Molly. It's all yours, mate. It's your show.
It's your show.
Don't forget it's your show.
Go on, mate.
Your show, Molly.
Go on, lad.
On you go.
Season Pro.
Go on, lad.
When you first broke into the charts.
Yeah.
The first time.
We did it with baseball bats and chains.
What was the feeling like? No, seriously, what was the feeling?
It was
it was superb. We'd released at Christmas. That's what we've done. Like we were talking about how we released with the World Cup for the third single. Second single we released with the Titanic soundtrack, which was
Madonna. First week of Madonna as well.
And the first single we actually released at Christmas, and it was like not rap. We don't class it. It was still pop, but it was a rap-based record. Like the two main verses were rap. And we released it at Christmas, hardest part of the year, and it went to like number 10.
Christmas time also is a time where not many people are really thinking about basketball, and everyone's thinking about Smoochie in the charts, you know. So
I mean,
still released it, and we went to number 10.
Our video on the box or anything like that, we was like, oh my god, do you know what I mean? We watched it.
Scott actually glued his ear to the phone and dialed.
But it was just honestly, it was so exciting just to see yourself on the telly and know that. Finally, after all the time that you've wanted to be famous, whether you've actually finally done it, and you are actually on the telly. And my mum was so proud.
All right, now talking about your mum, your mum.
Oh, you don't want to talk about his mum.
Yeah,
listen, let's not get personal.
We all do. None of it's nice.
No. Talking about mums and dads, etc. When you answered the ads, I mean, and what were your parents thinking? I mean,
Scott hasn't got any parents. He was brought up by chimpanzees.
So many secrets coming out, man.
Sorry.
No, can you be serious?
Right,
I mean,
Yeah.
No.
Right.
No, what were your parents thinking?
My mum personally, because I was like, shall I go for it? I was like, kept turning past the page.
Dubious?
No. Yeah, dubious is the word. Thanks, Joe. And I kept flicking past, going, nah. Going back, and I'd showed my mum. I said, Mum, what do you think? She said, well, go for it. Do you know what I mean? See what happens.
None to lose, have you?
Yeah.
I think
we all got told that, I think. You know,
I think everyone, you know, all our parents knew what we wanted to do, and
Yeah.
always said to us, you know, if that's what you want to do, go for it. I remember my dad saying to me, you know, just go for it. Actually, he said, get up out of bed and go for the audition. Cause
Get up and get out of bed. So what were you doing before that?
I'd been
actually drunk.
Yeah, I was drunk. I was drunk the night.
We don't want to hear that.
No.
We thought you might have been just dreaming about.
Oh yeah.
Personally, for me, like my parents, I think me doing this and achieving this, I get a major buzz out of it because of how my parents were so much behind me from like day one, always saying you can do it, blah blah blah, and supporting me when I had no money, when I wasn't working, when I was trying to send demo tapes and stuff. So part of the buzz for me every time I do something is thinking about like my parents watching me on TV and how proud they are in work and everything. So.
All right, before we go to the break, second question about this. Finally, I mean, like, you become a group, record the whole thing like that, have the success, right? Then ultimately your families, 5 families, are going to all come together at one possible moment, some gig you do or whatever it may be, and have to become, I guess, friends, etc., etc. How's that all worked? I mean, has that been a big buzz for them and you and everyone else?
Well, my mum, when she first met Jay's mum, they had a fight. And they was boxing each other's mum. And then Sean's mum jumped on top, didn't she? Yeah. And then it's like, it went all mad. And my dad come from nowhere and he just...
No, I really wish I hadn't asked that question. I think we'll clear this up after the break. Let's go to the break, for God's sake. Yeah.
Which is not something like, I mean,
and they're great. I mean, they are fantastic.
They're absolutely phenomenal. And, you know...
What?
Some big words lately, man. Ritchie's got so many big words that he impresses us with every day. He comes out.
No, that impressed me.
He's impressed us so much.
What happened?
How serious he said it. Oh, they were
absolutely phenomenal.
Anyway, yeah, they're good.
But they are very good.
Oh, you've lost me flow now. Yeah, but anyway, no, I was saying that Slam Dunk, you know, that was written for us, and it's not something we like doing, but it is a phenomenal track.
Yeah. When you were recording it, and you... No, when you recorded and it was finally finished, did you personally think that was the track that would do it?
We were very excited about it.
Yeah.
Well, it was our first track, but I mean, because we'd all been into music for so long, blah, blah, we could tell straight away that even though it was the only track we recorded so far, that it was a strong track and that it could do it for us. Because it was doing everything that we said. We came out and we said, we're not your typical boy band because of blah, blah. There's no falseness. We're going to do something different. And we proved it with that track. And especially, it was a bonus that we released it at Christmas because then it was like just saying to people, well, that's what we're doing. And if it's accepted, it's accepted. If it isn't, it isn't. And
it's like you're meant to go with a certain structure at Christmas. You're meant to go with a ballad or something. And we just come out with Slam Dunk the Funk and everyone's like,
Well, let's go with the track. And then I'm going to ask you after this about your videos because I think your videos are funk fantastic. Slam Dunk the Funk, the videos. I think the videos are unbelievable. Your input. Much?
We do have a lot of input on the videos, definitely.
It's like everything we do, we have a lot of input on it. Cause
as image, I mean, in everything in interviews, we just say what we want to say, we dress how we want to dress, do you know what I mean? We act like totally natural, like your stereotypical boy band wouldn't get a say in how they want to dress at all, being like the same sort of suit and that, do you know what I mean?
You know, how their videos
in defence of them, and getting to Take That, but in defence of them, of Take That, obviously with Robbie and Gary and Mark and the rest, and a lot of the other bands, they had really had no say at the start, you know? I mean, maybe Gary did with Take That, etc., you know? And it's refreshing to see now that it can happen like this, you know? I mean, even at East 17, as much as, I mean, they became great mates of mine, initially they could not say what they really felt, you know? And obviously, when it did happen, it just disintegrated, you know? So it is refreshing to know that you can do that, you know?
I mean, it's been like that since day one.
From the very first day, you know, when we were actually picked, the management actually said to us, you're not going to have to sign anything. Yeah, they said, you're not going to have to sign anything, you know, I forgot. I've
I'll
totally
take
lost
over
track.
because
Go
Rich
on,
said
yeah.
you know 17 times.
I'm very tired.
Basically, it was said to us from the start that it was going to be a band with a difference because none of us could have gone for that average thing anyway, where you sort of puppeted and you get told to because of how sort of strong we are individually. And it was always said that you're not going to sign anything saying that you have to do this. Basically, what the agreements we signed with the record company and management are like sort of a third partnership. It's like us, the record company and management, and nobody's our bosses. We're classed as sort of self-employed individuals, and we have like the videos we sort of every time we did a video.
This Leeds boy is astonishing.
We get the offline edits to the videos, and we're sort of I don't like that bit of me.
Yeah.
That bit doesn't go, and it gets taken out, and our bits get added in.
One day we actually went through a reel, and we actually said we wrote down the number, the location numbers. We said we like them bits, we like them bits.
16 hours,
and they all went in the video.
Well,
because it's better for us.
We've got
because
our own
if
little shots in there, didn't we?
We did.
And it's good as well because we've been happy since day one. It's like if somebody was saying, right, you're going doing this with Molly, blah blah, you've got to say this. We'd be like, you'd ask a question, then Sean would think,
that's my answer.
Yeah, Sean would be like, oh, I've got to answer that. It's about clothes, and he'd be like, oh, blah blah blah, and everyone sees it straight away. It's boring, and it isn't right.
The thing where you say, every other band, they say, oh, we've never drunk, we don't have sex, we don't do this. We don't lie about that, because people see through it anyway. They can see that you're being
We're not saying that we're like alcoholic nymphomaniacs. We're just saying that we are five.
Well, I mean, speak for yourself.
Well, look, before you even get onto that, I think we should go to the Oz charts. I mean, I
think we're nearly touching on that point now.
Enough of that.
Gentlemen, we have just had the Oz chart, and you've been talking about these words that none of them I can pronounce.
Millennium.
I can't say that one.
Phenomenal.
Can't say that one either.
Phenomenal.
No. I think you are both, but there you go. Now listen. Isn't that? So now listen.
We love you too, Mark.
Oh shush. Now listen. You're out for the promotional tour. It's
What's that for, mate?
That's when I'm trying.
That's when you don't know what you're going to say to you. And we're going for
We're going for the.
Oh look. This is outrageous. All right, now back.
Serious now.
Coming out for this promotional tour, and the store appearance has been fantastic.
Yeah.
Doing the shows. The obvious question is, have you enjoyed yourselves?
Absolutely.
Yes.
We like ours, and that's honest. We're not just.
No, it is because we recently went over to America, and to put it bluntly, we had a really nasty, crappy experience there. Weren't treated very well. Stuff happened wrong, didn't it, for us?
Yeah,
we've come over to Australia.
And it's like nothing against the Americans.
Well, hold on.
Can I just say one thing?
It can't have got that wrong if you're number 15.
I know, but
on
can
the
I just
chart.
seriously say one thing on this before it goes out? I want to thank, I know it's on behalf of the band, everyone at BMG, everyone at BMG Australia, because since we've come over here, it's seriously, it's just gone so smooth, like hotels, everything has just gone like that, and thank you everybody at BMG Australia.
Now, to finish off, I mean, because we're about to play a band who have been huge in Europe and made their impression in the UK, America, major here.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That'd be 5, would it?
No, I'm talking about me.org, right? Me.org.
Sorry.
How can we sleep while our beds are burning?
That's the one. But the impression that with all that's going on politically in this country, I mean, with, obviously the Pauline Hansons, etc., what is the impression back, and we'll get a very good view here, of 5 different families of Australia at the moment?
I don't even understand that question.
Yeah, to be honest,
like to reiterate
as well. Yeah, can you just repeat?
Well, in other words, what are your thoughts and your parents' thoughts about Australia? What were they like 6 months ago?
About Australia?
Yeah.
Well,
to be honest, English people.
It's miles away.
Yeah,
basically.
It's the other side of the world. But I have to say, a lot of English people. Before I came out, I was actually talking to people. And when I said I was going out to Australia, they said, "Oh, you're going to have a really good time because Australian people are really down to earth and cool." And
do you know what Rich said to me the other day? Right, if you're digging, right.
Yeah, white. Yeah,
If you're digging, right, like this.
In England,
like,
you're digging down, yeah, and say there's no lava and stuff like that in the middle of the earth.
No
if
rock.
you're digging down, right, why is it that when you get to Australia, if you think about it, you'd be digging up?
How comes you don't fall?
Do you know what I mean?
I've got something sensible to say. Do you know what my parents used to say?
All stupid.
No, let me say this.
We've me and you've been on this earth a bit longer than them, you know what I mean? Gravity.
Because it's so far away, it's actually quite a big dream to come over to Australia.
It is. We were all like...
And the flight was terrible.
I've actually got family in Melbourne.
Where?
I have.
Well, actually, it's in Brisbane now. They've moved.
Melbourne?
Andy Catherine.
I found out. Sorry,
Abz. It's all right, mate. Basically, like, my mum's always wanted to come out to Australia.
Well, say hello to them.
Hi, Uncle Brendan, Night Cafe, and Abigail and Pierre and everyone else. Uncle John, how you doing?
I found out the day before we came to Australia. I've never known this. I've got a big family in England anyway, but I found out I've got a family. I've got just cousins alone. I've got about 40 cousins over here, so the family's huge.
Interesting stuff.
Hello to them, Jay.
Hello to everybody.
Hello, Jay's cousins.
Hello, Jay's cousins.
You won't know who you are, because I don't know who you are, and you don't know who I am, but you're my cousins.
Well, listen, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks, mate.
Can't wait for you to come back.
mate.
You're going to come back and tour?
We sure will. We'll come to your house.
And we'd love to come and see you again as well.
Thank you.
And when I go to the club tonight and I have a few drinks and I think, am I digging up or am I digging down?
Yeah.
Let's go with Midnight Oil. Good night, Australia. Thanks, boys.
Thank you.
Here it is, Midnight Oil with Redneck Wonderland.